greenhorn ain't gonna catch me. No problem. So I go out there and I've got my treats and I'm trying to get him. Somehow he managed to get up to my hand and he grabbed those treats and then he'd go before I get my hand hooked around his neck. And so then I thought, well, I'll just chase him around for a while. Yeah, that's really wise. So run around a pasture behind a horse. That worked real well, let me tell you. I thought about getting the mountain bike out and trying to chase him right, kind of like a cowboy, but I realized that wouldn't work either. And I was getting madder and madder because he really was showing me up for what I thought I was and I really wasn't. And I knew what was going to come next. The cowboy's got to call his wife and say, I can't catch the horse. And that's what I had to do. So I called her. She kept her phone off during the class, but I knew she'd get the message we got out of class. I called her and said, I can't catch Edge. You're going to come out here and do it. And I was so mad. And so I lay down on the hood of the pickup truck and I put my cap over my face and just tried to take a nap. But after a little while, I kind of want to see what Edge was up to. And maybe I still got a chance. I lifted the cap up. He was out maybe 30 yards away in the pasture rolling, with his feet up in the air, kind of like saying, nah, you can't catch me. And so I slammed that cap back down over my head. And this time I really did drift off to sleep. And after a little while, I heard a noise or something, and I lifted the cap up. And here comes Lee with Edge. And she had come into the pasture and gotten the rope and gone and caught him without me even hearing it. Mostly because as soon as she showed up, he knew, okay, now it's time to be serious. He knew her. He respected her. He knew she's mine and I'm hers. And when she shows up, I better come. I think that's part of what Jesus is saying to us when he says, "Come to me." He's saying you have to make a choice. A lot of pretend saviors out there. A lot of pastors that think they're Jesus and would say, "Come to me, the pastor," rather than come to Jesus. A lot of people that can tell you, well, here's the solution, here's what you really need. I saw this great picture on Facebook the other day. It was a picture of a bookshelf in like a bookstore. And the shelves were labeled. And so the bottom shelf was like history, and then there was biography, and then there was fiction. And the very top shelf said self-help. And right next to that, there was a little sign, and it said, "Please ask for assistance for items on the top shelf." And it's self-help. Why do I have to ask for assistance? But a lot of those books that you find in the self-help section in the bookstore aren't really going to be able to help us at all because we can't help ourselves. Jesus saying, choose wisely. Come to me.